got it. Grinding from the bottom. Blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. With big body. Block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize. That's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way. You ain't built that way. I been more in pain. Way to broad day. Really short fuse. Had a long day. Body like wow. Like. Wait. You know I'm an east side big TDE step a whole rep. That. Top dog since top ramen now. Steak and lobster with a shrimp. Big. Put a ribbon on it, get you gift. Rap. Bet that. Real never switch that. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. Still that way. Still broad day. Live that way. Chill that way. Came a long way. Real long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. 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 Woo!
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the Washington Commanders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, Swift. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Montez Sweat with a tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Swift. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Eagle defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Howell throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. Howell from the gun. It's complete to Robinson. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now they go play action with Howell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's complete to Turner. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Off play action. It's Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And Charles, when you think about what this defense has had to prepare for, they're in for a battle. And they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Once again, it's Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Howell. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Left sideline a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open, and he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Commanders 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And Howell will throw it. And this one too low.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Howell now to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Howell. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go play action. Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Faking the handoff. Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Howell back to pass. And that one going to come up short, low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing is Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jalen Carter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball. Getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This is Swift on the counter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 25 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. Powering his way forward. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out left to Dotson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Complete to number 1, Jahan Dotson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Well, the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Checks this one down to Robinson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now the 3rd-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw Mariota. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Marcus Mariota, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Robinson up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Come on, set. Set, go.
And they will take a knee here. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they take a knee.
Ready, ready. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was